Happy Mecca Manifestation Monday, Magic Monday, woohoo! Yes, Goddess Radical Self-Love for Mecca, make everyone count always. We are a support network for radical self-love and self-care with focused attention on our caregivers and care receivers. When our community's most vulnerable care receivers and those who care for them caregivers feel supported and valued, the rest of us can feel supported and valued as well. Yes, thank you so much for all our new listeners or viewers. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell for up-to-date videos. And thank you so much for our family for visiting again today and liking and commenting and sharing and donations. Yes. No, I am not in Cancun yet. So, there's a story of a lovely lady. Just kidding. I'll start out with our angel card by Debbie Malone, Guardian Angel. And then we'll go into the story of the lovely lady. Just kidding. We got number 35 and 8, infinity. Angels of the universe. Infinity. Well, that's not doing us any justice. Can you see? I hope. Anyway. Anywho. Let's see what the angels of the universe have to tell us for today. Lots of weirdness happening lately. You know, it's duality. It's all manifestation. So we have to just understand the duality in the universe, how it works, how it plays with us, engages with us, teaches us, right? Trust and belief. Let's do Angels of the Universe. 35. Your soul has made many journeys. You have the knowledge within that you need. It's all about learning, right? Yes, we're going to talk about the path, the journey, and what we have learned that helps us today. You have received this card because your angels of the universe know that you are currently worried about your life's purpose, and they have heard you call for their assistance. Dear one, your soul has made many journeys, and you have great knowledge from your many incarnations. At times, your soul can forget the reason why you have decided to live the current life you lead. Do you feel lost and disconnected to those around you? Do you feel drawn to living a more spiritual life than that of a material existence? Do you feel that you have a higher purpose, but just don't know quite what that purpose is? Do you find that the current vibration of the earth makes you feel uneasy? Do you dream of making a difference? Yet you don't know how to begin to make that dream come true. If you have answered yes to any of these questions, don't despair. Help is at hand. The angels of the universe want to remind you what an amazing spiritual soul you truly are. You are not alone, as there are many other enlightened souls who are feeling exactly the same way as you at this time on earth. Your angels of the universe want you to acknowledge the spiritual journey you are now on. They will help and guide you so you can rediscover the true purpose for which you have come to this lifetime to achieve. They will share with you visions, dreams, symbols, and messages to help you find your true path. Your angels of the universe will guide like-minded souls into your life so that you will be able to share your hopes, dreams, and aspirations together. If you are guided to join a class, meditation group, or psychic circle, it is because your angels of the universe are helping you to meet your new soul's connections. Know in your heart that you are a very special soul who is here for a purpose, and you do make a difference. Affirmation for the day. I gratefully accept the assistance from the angels of the universe. I know that I am here for a reason and that they will help me find my purpose. Yes. That's angel soulmates. You know, and even when we find our purpose, sometimes we even get lost in the purpose, right? So there's not a complete guidebook to any of this except for within, right? So you make your own guidebook and follow along. It's all the answers are within you. So, and you have plenty of helpers if you call on them. Master manifestation, call on helpers. So get your planners out so you can get ready for the week. Make your intentions and goals known to the universe and an action plan for self-care. So let me tell you, the testing of the universe this week has been exhausting. I really thought like Pisces was like exhausting, but now we're like, I kind of think it's for me anyway, it's a test of the knowledge that we have learned through the past year, right? So through all of our trials and tribulations and successes, what have you learned? That's what I keep hearing. What have you learned, Miss Goddess of Radical Self-Love, Leilani? Finding and keeping your center is very important, right? So, master manifestation, staying in the center, it works miracles. So, if you can be relaxed no matter what's happening around you, whether it's good or bad, whatever you would think is bad, a life lesson, staying in the middle, not getting too overly excited when things come up that are exciting, and not getting too overly, angered, detached, like resentful, anxious, all of these things when maybe things that would normally cause you fear or worry, right? If you can stay in that center of relaxation that we practice through meditation, which is why the meditations are so important, because they're really your learning ground to stay in the center no matter what happens. Sorry, I have to de-rope. I'm super hot. So, I will tell you, I got all ready for CANCUN. And, well, we did meet at the airport, and there was a super long line for our airlines, and all of a sudden somebody's saying, anybody who's going to Mexico, you're coming with me, and here's your line. It's super short. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. Yes, master manifestation is working. I'm awesome. I'm just kidding. The universe is awesome. You know, it's not even having me stand in the mile-long line. So we get up there finally to the beginning. I mean, it's like, not finally, like within 10 minutes, we're ready to go. No, we're not, because we have passport cards, not our passports, books. Because, well, I swear that when I got that card, they said this is good for Mexico or Canada. And it is, if you're traveling by land or sea, not flying. And yes, the customer service representative was not very, skilled at customer service. Yeah, it was like, okay, I guess our plans have changed. Very quickly, plans changed. So we get on it. I guess we go home. We try to redo all our plans. I have to go and get my picture taken for my passport, and there's major issues even with that. So I'm like, what the heck? I don't understand this. Why are there so many problems? So, sorry, UPS just dropped out our business cards. I was like, what's going on? He says, well, I'll take your picture if you take your hair down, because it's in my big bun. And I did get my hair cut too. And it's pink for the goddess of radical self-love, but you can barely tell. It's good for me. So I'm like, I'm not taking my hair down right now, like, and getting my picture taken that I'm going to have for 10 years. Like, no, that's not going to happen. So we go back to the house, did some more research, and I see they give examples, if you look it up, of people's hair, women's hair, and it says as long as it's not in your face, just pull it back, you're good, right? So that's what I did. I just put my hair in a ponytail, go back there to get my picture taken, and the kid says, sorry for saying it like that, but it's a little different coming from a 17-year-old, I guess. And he says, all right, I'll take your picture as long as you take your hair down. I was like, this is not happening, for real. I mean, like, why is this happening? And, if you saw my videos from last week, I was already having problems with a teenager, so it was kind of like, yeah. And so I basically said to the kid, look, I will believe you if you can show me your resource that says I have to have my hair down. Why do you want my hair down so bad? And he's like, I've been doing this job for a year and a half, and I know. And I was like, okay, but can I see the information on how you know? And he says, no, it's just my experience. So I'm like, well, buddy, I'm going to just stay with my experience because I'm a researcher and I looked it all up. So, no, I was not looking so happy in that photo. And then my other friend who's with me says, we leave, and it's like, he's going, can you just put your hair down for one picture just in case? And that way you can choose either one. So we decided to do that. So I have to swallow any pride I have, be humble, just take the picture. I have my hair down. It's not done and it's ugly and whatever. There's all kinds of crap in it. It looks nasty, but I did look happier for some reason because I just was laughing at this point. It's a joke, right? So yeah, I just went today now and actually went to get my passport, and they said, yeah, your hair could have been up easily or pulled back. So I would like to go over to that. No, I'm just kidding. But it got frustrating. And then on that same day, I got a message from my past relationship, and I haven't heard from him since July 4th. So now I'm going, what is this about? And it actually sounded nice, so I am like really confused. And I'm like, of course, having to think about it now all the time. So we spent hours and hours and hours trying to reschedule the trip so that we can go, the flights, the hotel, but now the hotel has a waiting list, so my friend ends up going on Sunday, and he's going to figure out the hotel situation for when I get down there tomorrow. So what does this have all to do with master manifestation? So through all of this, we stayed with the trusting and believing. Even in the issues with the, photographer and how much he knew, I did start to get a little worked up, but believe me, from my past, it's a major improvement. I am proud of myself. So the universe is still saying, what have you learned? What have you learned? So I've learned, first of all, never to quit and not have fear, worry, and anxiety drive my responses, right? So I think those are major master manifestation tools. We cannot let fear, worry, or doubt drive our thought processes or our reactions, or else whatever you really want to master manifest most likely will not happen. And you can't just take no for an answer. There's always going to be another way around the no. Going through a different channel works, a different human being works pretty well. Because if we would have stayed with the first people that we talked to, we just wouldn't have been going on a trip. So, yes, master manifestation keys. Number 1, do not let fear, doubt, and worry control you. And the way you do that is through radical self-love and self-care. Without radical self-love, you cannot kind of put yourself in others' positions, or your reactions will not suit you, who you really are, because you have gone to the place of center so often that even in the midst of what looks like something that should be fearful or doubtful, all becomes trusting and believing in the universe, right? In the divine, in your knowing. I know I'm going to Cancun. No matter what, I'm not going to let anything stop me, right? So we have a place of peace, yes, by writings by MCM. I will leave in the description below. I just really love this. Place of peace. Finding the place that allows for peace and displayed upon my face as inner happiness increase. For I have finally arrived at my rightful place in this space and time, as I now reside in a place that I call mine, with the option to share if I would like. But do I really want to share this light, or just keep it all for myself? Because through life, I have shared too much else, to the point of merely losing myself as a whole, trying to cater and alter things that wind up not being better at all. For I refuse to watch myself barrel down and fall and snowball for what? For I must always trust my instincts and gut. For when I do and have I would never go wrong, as I would often do the opposite just to get along with someone that more than likely I should have never indulged or ever got involved with. For in doing so, unhappiness and misery would persist. For I have to and must exist beyond the midst of company and do what is absolutely best just for me, all while seeking out and being about the things that make me truly happy in this world. And this must come from within and cannot depend on this coming from anyone or anywhere else except for self, and getting to a point and place where I can face my own self in the mirror and be proud of what I see regularly and daily, often and nightly, realizing and see that there is nothing ever wrong with truly looking out for me and coming in first place in my very own race and doing so at my pace with real happiness and contentment that can be easily seen and traced, instead of left feeling stagnated and out of place, out of sorts, for the ball really is in my own court, leading to the path and journey that I look forward to traveling on, with a smile at night and a smile at dawn, looking forward to another day, going in a desired direction and staying this way, not just for a moment, but to roll all the time, and finally able to call my own life mine, as I will find with this new and constructive amount of time, and watching as my happiness increase, as I have finally arrived and glad that I now reside alone upon my very own throne at my amazing place of peace. Yes, through this journey, choosing me, choosing radical self-love, making choices based on my happiness, no matter what or who, has helped me to master manifest everything that I had desired and continue. It helps me know what it is that I want, actually, to be able to actually make the plan and have actions towards master manifesting the things that I have decided, as I learned in solitude and silence in meditation. It's a huge leap for me, as before, I would definitely cater to everyone else's needs and desires and hope that they would fulfill mine. That they would intrinsically know what my needs and desires were. And even if I told them, that they would definitely make a plan to make sure that they counted, that I counted. But it didn't happen. Because it wasn't coming from me. Master manifesting has to start in your own heart, and by knowing that you are worthy of all you desire. So, you really have to heal yourself and be able to spot when you're not in your happy place of contentment or being able to spot when others are not healthy for you, bringing down your energy, sucking you dry, especially when you are practicing self-care, right, and radical self-love, because all of a sudden you do have this different energy and light about you, and a lot of people want it selfishly. And if you are not practicing consistent radical self-love, you will get depleted of your own energy very quickly from energy vampires. Yep, vampires do exist. And our next, from the That catalog, because we do have to recognize that through master manifesting, one, that we have to understand the timing, because time is not linear and divine timing is not on our human level. So persistence, but with patience. When the universe finally answers your burning questions, the questions that made you cry endlessly and the questions that made you doubt yourself, you learn to trust the universe a little more. You learn that you really don't know any better. You learn why the universe waited to give you your answers years later, and you learn that the universe, one way or another, will give you what you want after it teaches you a few lessons. The universe will bring old lovers back into your life so you can finally get your closure when enough time has passed, so the conversations won't be as bitter. They won't be as heated. They will be peaceful. They will be calm. They will be wise, and they will be everything you wanted them to be and more. The universe will eventually land you the right job, but after you've learned how to appreciate it and how to keep it. After you've learned how to discipline yourself, after you've learned that you shouldn't ignore what you're passionate about when it comes your way, and will give you your dreams after you've learned how to believe in them and how to fight fiercely for them. The universe will give you the love you've been asking for, but after you go through heartbreak, after you love the wrong ones, so you can learn how to take care of someone's heart. So you can learn how not to break someone's heart. And after your heart gets shattered a few times without giving up on love. The universe wants you to know that you'll always believe in love, even if you can't find it. The universe wants you to know that you'll be able to love with all your heart, even if you've never been loved the same way. The universe doesn't discriminate. It doesn't favor one person over the other, but it cares about your heart. It cares about your soul. It cares about your intentions, and it cares about what you really want to do with your wishes. It cares about what you want to give back more than what you want to receive. It cares about how you plan to thank it instead of taking it for granted. The universe doesn't want you to understand it, but it wants you to keep on living through the confusion, the doubt, the heartbreak, the loss, the pain, the hardships, the frustration, and the chaos. It wants you to keep going, to keep learning, to keep growing, to keep fighting. And the universe wants you to do all the work you can do as it prepares to send you everything you've ever wished for when you pass the test. The universe is telling you, testing you, but if you study it with your heart, if you pay attention to the details, if you open your eyes to what it's trying to tell you, you will find the test is a lot easier than you think. You'll realize that you can easily ace the test. You'll realize that all along the universe has been giving you answers to that test, but you were so busy trying to find the answers in all the wrong places. You were so busy hating the universe only to realize that it was always on your side, rooting for you. So I realized later, through all this drama, that the universe was trying to get my attention and tell me, hey, there's something you need to check up on, with multiple people talking about passports around me, and also being still in Mercury retrograde shadow. And that day, I believe we were still in Mercury retrograde. But I already knew that I was supposed to check and double check and recheck again all the travel plans, including my passport, which one of my friends last week told me that him and his wife went to Cancun and she didn't check her passport and it was expired, so he had to fly down first without her until she got it all cleared up. Obviously, it was a huge sign. So they were even going to the same place exactly. They went to Cancun. So it was like, hello, we're trying to tell you something and you're not listening. So we have to be open to the signs, to the messages, understand that they're all around us. And then understand that if we do not listen and we are tested, that the easiest way that the universe can help us along, or our angels and guides, is by being in a relaxed state and having trust and belief. So having anger and frustration start popping up, you start backsliding, and the chances of going on the trip might have been a lot less if, actually they would have. It would have never happened if we would have been reacting differently. So utilizing fear as a motivator for change, right? Through this journey, there were lots of things to fear. Lots and lots of things, especially being on my own. Having my family hate me was one of them, for destroying what they considered the perfect life. Friends not being supportive, all these kind of things. How any of it was going to happen was fearful, fear-based thinking, and it stopped me for years. Having fear of putting myself first is really the biggest fear I was facing. Was I worth it? Was I worthy of living the life I deserved, of the life I wanted? And I was fearful of even if I deserved it. So I couldn't even make steps in the right direction. It was more about, complaining, blaming, and shaming at that time. And so now when I hear people complain, blame, and shame, I understand where their level of self-love is. It's pretty much non-existent a lot of the times. And master manifesting the world you actually want to create, sometimes, actually a lot of times, can be found in what you fear the most. Each time we look fear right in the face and say, no, I won't let you have me. I won't let you take this day or this moment away from me. We get a newfound sense of freedom, integrity, and trust in the universal forces. The universal forces that do have our backs, right? I knew the universe planned this trip exactly the way it was supposed to be months ago because of what I was going through, of all the things that were not in my control and still aren't in my control. But I understand that. So, of course, I would have needed a vacation. because I'm not trying to control them. I'm not trying to control things that are not in my control. And in doing so, I'm rewarded. We all get rewarded when we let go, right? Let go and let God. That whole deal. Release our fears, doubts, and worries to the universe. Let them go and stay in a place of peace and balance. And I also got to see one of my very close friends, yes, my ride or die, yesterday. So, of course, I wouldn't have got to see her either, which was such a big surprise, and her new love. I'm so happy for them both. But she sent this message to me last night. We continue to rise. Our purpose will not be laid to rest peacefully if we run. Peace from fulfillment will come each time we take a step forward. I am so proud of you for keeping your promise. Your promise to do whatever it takes. I'm sorry. Thankfully, you were able to uncover yourself. You are amazing and should be cherished, just like the people you care for. So, honestly, I had forgotten that I said that. I will never stop until I can be me, I will never stop supporting others' radical self-love, which I didn't even know that's what it was called then. I didn't even know really at that time what choosing me really was. And I only really became who I am now when I set up all alone. Obviously, the conscious queen has always been with me, but all alone, like letting go of any type of codependency, really. So that meant separating, having a time of separation from a lot of people I knew, or completely disconnecting the string of a relationship completely in my best interest. So I could be happy. I could find radical self-love, and I could manifest the life that I deserved, which you deserve. We all deserve to have our dreams, passions, goals, and desires fulfilled. It's the entire point of this life. Learning and growing each step of the way and keeping your eye on the prize, right? But what is that prize? In order to know and uncover what those dreams, passion, goals, and desires are, you have to go within. You have to do the work every day to stay focused and to stay in the right energy sphere. And then when you're doing that, others, just like the angel of the universe, angels of the universe said, others will come in to assist you. And they do, and they have, and you're here, and I'm so thankful for your support and your love and everything that you give to me, the conscious queen, and Mecca. So tomorrow I will be taking off to Cancun. Yes, I will, and I will do some meditations and whatnot while I'm there, and I'm just I'm so thankful for being able to recognize and have friends that have been able to see, and family members who have been able to see the transformation. So obviously I'm still a work in progress. And that's why you guys are all here, so you can help hold me accountable to the work that I do, and which is all for you and me, starting with me. So remember loving yourself and letting it pour out genuinely so that you can love on others, right? Caring for yourself so that when it pours out and you can care for others, it's genuine. It's from your heart. It's true. We don't need any fake friends. We don't need any fakers, you know? So I love you all so much, and I will see you in beautiful Mexico on the beach when we're doing our meditations. I do think I'm going to do one meditation before I leave tonight, so yes. So I can hear more clearly the instructions and lessons or wordings and signs when they're coming in. Yeah. We're going to do that sound healing in just a bit after I go get my passport. So I love you all. Have a wonderful Master Manifestation Monday, Magic Monday, and go make some magic happen of your own. Mwah! Love you forever. Bye.